What's up, y'all? This is my series of getting a WWE contract by the end of this year, or any other wrestling contract like TNA or AEW. But this is day one of the road to glory. Today we got a nice little conditioning workout for you, right? So number one, we got calf. These are all burnout. We want to push ourselves to a higher level. So first thing first, we got calves. So we got some calf raises burned out. We got some body weight squats burn out. We got push-up burnout, and we also have mountain climbers and core at the end. And we're gonna also get into our topic today. We got 4 rounds. So what I like to do for my burnout for calves, I'm gonna start by lifting the toes up and then pressing into the floor. Lift, press, lift, press, lift, press. And I like to do this because, you know, if you ever seen WWE, or if you're new to WWE, or you know WWE, WWE, like they're real athletic. They're always jumping, running, kicking, all that stuff. And all that power comes from their lower body. It comes from the explosion that they have on their feet and their ankles and everything. So I like to do this because, you know, not only does it, you know, define my calves, but also strengthens my calves, and it creates an explosion. So, you know, when I'm throwing a lariat out to a wrestler, you know, I'm exploding. I'm showing that power. I'm showing that force. But it doesn't start with the upper body. It starts with the lower body. So, you know, and we just do this till we can't no more. Because, you know, we want to push our limits. Yep, there you go. See? It burns. Get 1% better. Do some extra work. Really become more athletic, stronger, better. I'm sending out applications every day for the NIL thing or whatever that Obafemi did. I can show people that I can be great.
It's the money that was lost.
You know? So
just make your designs feel more elevated. Details matter, and you stitch them into every order. Start here. Add custom clothing labels to your next drop, and put your brand exactly where it belongs.
The 100 are the ones that like are commenting. It's kind of weird.
Run!
next up, body weight squats. Real simple, real easy. Now, I love squatting. It's a good fundamental that I think all ages can do. But when you do it, oh, my legs are kind of dead. We did RDLs today. I like it because, again, with the calf raises, there's a lot of power in the legs. So, you know, squatting, this is just a form of conditioning the legs to keep going. Because, you know, a lot of WWE matches, they're like between, I'll say like maybe 15 to 30 or 15 to 45 minutes, you know, getting hit and jumping and doing the hitting. Like on NXT, they just did a ladder match for the NXT championship. Shout out Joe Hendry, but he won it. But that's a lot, you know? So we do squats, and I like to do them like this, because we just burn it out. And it's another form of just conditioning the body. And it's a great way to lose weight. My legs starting to hurt. That's some good work. Got to go after the Evolve Men's Championship and all that stuff. I ain't gonna lie to you. Next we got push-ups. I mean, who doesn't like doing push-ups, you know? great upper bodybuilder, and they don't just work just chest, they work chest, shoulders, triceps, biceps, core. I mean, it's just a great workout, you know. It's something that I feel like I've seen Roman Reigns before a match. He gets it's a quick, good pump. He gets a nice little pump before matches. So again, my body's tired because we had lifts, but you know, grind doesn't stop. I'm not making excuses. We got to get a contract by the end of 2026. So let's go. We did chest today too. My body is so tired, bro. I'm going straight into mountain climbing. Mountain climbing for me, you know, just another core workout, conditioning, and all that stuff. And yeah, but we're gonna replace that. Just never mind. People are watching from this one. So, the two questions for today for Road to Glory is one, why WWE? I've watched WWE when I was younger, but I never truly got into it. I mean, I knew who, you know, John Cena was. I know who Randy Orton was. I mean, if you was any boy growing up in the 2000s, you knew what those names were. Triple H, you know, I knew that. It wasn't until freshman year of college when one of I'll say my best friends, shout out Dion, he brought that spark back in me. During that time, it was WrestleMania 39. I think Bayley was fighting, Charlotte Flair was doing her thing, Rhea Ripley, the Usos was fighting for the tag team belts. I forgot who, but John Cena was fighting. Either way, right? I don't know. I just couldn't drop it. I just kept watching it and watching it. So eventually I got hooked. And, you know, slowly God has just been, what I know is God has just been pouring into me. And I was like, and then, you know, I went from watching it to, I know I can do this. And then eventually, you know, I think the thing that really turned me over, that really told me, hey, Elijah, you need to go after this, was watching WrestleMania 40 and seeing Cody Rhodes finish his story against Roman Reigns. I mean, that out of all I've only seen 39 to we're at 41. The best WrestleMania match of all time, still for me right now, of what I've watched, was Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns. Bloodline rules. And a second to that was probably Seth Rollins, Cody Rhodes versus The Rock and Roman Reigns. I mean, those were great matches. But ever since then, I was like, if Cody can do this. Now, obviously, I know the professional wrestling is hard itself because it's an entertainment business. It's truly a business. Sometimes people going to think that, why are you even here? Or people are going to think, wow, you should be here. What I want to achieve is something greater. I told myself the whole thing behind Road to Glory, by the end of the year, I will have a contract with either WWE, with either AEW or TNA. I will have a contract by the end of 2026, or even Lucha Underground or AAA. I will have a contract, and I'm just gonna become this beast, this dog at it. But yeah, that's sort of my why. Well, no, I haven't answered my why. My why is because I know I can be great. And notice how I didn't say I know I can be great at wrestling. I know I can be a great. Because when you're a great, you turn into an elite. And when you're an elite, you turn into a pro. And when you're a pro, you turn into a legend. And when you're a legend, you turn into a legacy. That's my reason why. But behind this workout, why is it important to condition the muscles and not just lift? Is because conditioning, just not out of the wrestling piece, I mean, conditioning helps a lot. It grows us, it makes us, more durable. And it's also a mental thing. But with WWE, I mean, Oba Femi talk about it in not the podcast, but the YouTube channel with Sheamus, and that he had to understand that he had to go from powerlifting, because he used to be an athlete at Alabama. I'm an athlete at my college playing football, Division III. But he had to stop doing powerlifting and start doing athletic lifting, and he had to start conditioning his body to be able to take all those hits, all those bumps. So that's why it's important. But I hope you enjoyed episode 1. Be on the lookout for episode 2. Love y'all. Peace. Shout out.